Get rid of belly fat fast with intermittent fasting. My name is Coach Cailah and I'm an elite online personal trainer and nutrition coach. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can get rid of that stubborn belly fat using intermittent fasting. Make sure you subscribe to me here on YouTube, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, on whatever it is, so that you can stay up to date on videos like this and other topics that'll keep you happy, healthy, and help you design your body. In order to start burning belly fat, we have to understand the details of the problem that's stopping or blocking us from actually doing so. So here are the facts. Number one, your body has two main fuel sources. We have sugar, which is extremely readily available, extremely fast burning, and then we have fat, which is also available but not as readily, and it takes more time to get there. That's fact number one. Number two, your body must burn through all of its sugar stores, majority of its sugar stores, in order to get through to the fat. Now, here is the problem. Insulin and sugar. Now, in the average American body, the average human body itself, your body should have about 1 teaspoon worth of sugar within all of its 5 liters worth of blood. Now, the issue is that the average American consumes 31 teaspoons worth of sugar on a daily basis. Here are a few examples. If you drink 1 20-ounce Gatorade, that's about 9 teaspoons of sugar. If you consume 1 12-ounce Coke or General Pop, right, that's about 10 teaspoons of sugar. So we overconsume sugar. Now that sugar has to go somewhere. Our body only excretes excess protein. It doesn't excrete a lot of excess sugar, and it doesn't excrete a lot of excess fat itself. So our body is now storing that sugar that we are not using for energy, which leads us to, again, growing to the point where we're diabetic and or insulin resistant. Now, insulin resistance is a huge problem. What happens is insulin is a hormone that is a storage hormone. It is an anabolic hormone. So when your body eats sugar, carbohydrates, fats, protein, your body wants to store that energy to be used later. So you eat food, insulin is secreted from the pancreas to shuttle that energy from the bloodstream on over to your muscle cells, your liver cells, the cells in your body. Now, when energy continues to be stored and stored and stored, your body only has so much storage of glucose, which is stored in the form of glycogen. Now, when your body is full of glucose, your muscles and your liver, when it's full of glucose, your body converts that into fats. Your body has a limited amount of storage for glucose, which is stored as glycogen. But your body has unlimited storage amounts for fats. That's why your body converts it from sugar to fat. So when you eat too much carbohydrates, too many carbohydrates, your body will convert that, and it'll store that excess fat in that midsection, in that belly fat. And then the issue becomes, now we have too much fat around our organs. Now we have too much fat around our cells. So if you envision insulin itself like a keyhole, right? Like a key, and the cell has a hole that is specifically for insulin. If there's too much fat around that cell door, insulin might not be able to get through because that fat is blocking it from getting through. Now we're insulin resistant, and that is a huge problem because, again, we're storing excess fat around our liver, around our muscles, around our cells in general. So the moral of the story is that the more sugar we consume, the more our body is going to store it as glycogen. The more glycogen is stored, it can only hold so much. When we've reached our level of how much that can store, then our body starts to convert that. It's not going to waste energy. Our body is going to convert that energy to be used later as fuel in the form of fat itself. That is the big problem that we face with belly fat. All right, now that we know the problem, here is the fix and the solution and the strategy for it. Number one, you want to manage your insulin spikes with intermittent fasting. The whole point of intermittent fasting is to keep your insulin, literally to keep your insulin spiking within a set window, which is your feeding window. So if we can decrease the amount of times and to what level that our insulin is spiking, our body will increase glucagon. Those are our opposing hormones. We have anabolic hormone insulin, and we have a catabolic hormone glucagon. Glucagon will signal the release of hormone-sensitive lipase. Hormone-sensitive lipase tells the brain, it tells the body, hey, I'm noticing we're lacking energy in our bloodstream, so I'm going to go start knocking on these cell doors and ask for more glycogen. I'm going to start asking for fat itself. So when we increase the release of hormone-sensitive lipase, it's going to increase glycolysis, which is a breakdown of glucose. And then again, like I just said, when sugar breakdown, it becomes so high, the body will then shift on to lipolysis, which is the breakdown of fat, and also get into ketosis. Now, the second part of this is you want to live a low sugar lifestyle. When intermittent fasting, don't eat a bunch of carbs, because again, that defeats the purpose. You can intermittent fast as much as you want, but if when you eat, you skyrocket your insulin, you have just defeated the entire purpose, because it's not only about calories in versus calories out. The less sugar you consume, then the less you will need to burn through to actually get through to the fat itself. But also, guys, make sure you are avoiding those poisonous, those artificial sweeteners like aspartame, Equal, NutraSweet, Splenda, sorbitol, sucralose, and even Sweet and Low. All right. Instead, use something natural like stevia, like monk fruit, right? Like honey, like whatever else. All right. Number 2 is HIIT training and targeted exercise. It's super important. Why HIIT? So HIIT training. Its primary fuel source is carbohydrates. Remember, carbs are fast-burning fuels. So when you do a HIIT, you're doing high intensity and you need energy that's readily available that fast. So you want to do whole body, high intensity workouts at least 3 days a week, minimum. High intensity, vigorous exercise 3 days a week. And you want to do compound movements like jumps, like pulls, like pushes, like drags, lunges, twists, all of that, guys. You also want to focus on the abs. So science kind of shows you cannot spot train, spot reduce. I completely disagree. Look at bodybuilders. Look at Johnny Bravos. Look at people who pump up their arms and not their calves. And you see a huge difference. So you can work on certain parts of your body, maybe a little bit more than others to target them. All right. Now, after your HIIT training and targeted exercise, you want to make sure that you are still lifting heavy weights. We want to reduce our overall fat around the belly, so I want to increase my muscle mass. I want to increase that thermogenesis and the amount of the amount of fat that my body can burn from. Muscle can use fat as a fuel source. So the more muscle I have, the more fat I can burn in that specific area, of course, as well as doing whole body exercises. So my name is Coach Cailah. Again, I'm an elite online personal trainer and nutrition coach. And in this video, we discuss how intermittent fasting can help you reduce and rid yourself of that stubborn belly fat. Take time to subscribe to me. And if you're interested in working with me, click the link below and we'll schedule our appointment. Always design your body.